right, so you have your big ball, mat is off to the side. We'll just start with a couple shoulder rolls, elbows, arms, bend the knees, get a big wide roll through your body. And then on this next one, we're gonna pick up that ball, staying in that nice neutral spine so you're not grounded. So you bend your knees, pick up that ball, bring it up to your chest, roll it back down, just getting that same movement, but holding onto the ball. Give it a nice little squeeze, so maybe you feel a little bit of tricep when your arms are extended all the way. And sitting down into it, getting a little bit of a demi squat. 2 more. All right, and then we'll go to a wider stance. Shoulders back and down, arms straight. Notice if you leaned back, try and stack. Bend your knees, gently drop the ball, pick it up and come up. Bend, drop, pick up and come up. Bend, pick up and come up. 2 more like that. And then we get a little more aggressive. So this time you bounce a little bit harder. So it helps you stand up. And then eventually you see if you can bounce it hard enough that you have to lift yourself up to go get it. And this should start a little bit of cardio for you. Few more. And relax. Okay, we'll go ahead and sit right on top of that ball. You'll remember that if you're wearing shoes, that'll be more stable. Barefooted will be fairly stable. Socks will be slippery, and you don't want your feet on a mat or anything. And then also, quick reminder, wide base of support will be more supportive. And then feet all the way touching, everything zipped up is a narrow base of support, more challenging. So most of the time we'll be in neutral. So if you look, your knees are directly out from your hips. And then all we're gonna do right now, we're just gonna get a little pelvic movement. So you're gonna tuck those hips under and then press them back, tuck them under, press them back. Your upper body can move a little bit for now. We'll isolate that pelvis in a moment. And then just try a little side to side. We'll be doing this later, but with our feet off the ground, or at least trying it. And then let's make a circle. And then this is a little challenging. I want you to think about like a walking step. So one hip tucks under and the other extends. So it's a little funky, almost like a figure 8 kind of movement. And then stabilize. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move sideways. So we're gonna keep those feet in that parallel position, but we're gonna walk our feet out so that the legs go straight. And then without moving the feet, just slide your body forward so the knees come over the ankles and your body ends up at about a 45-degree angle. Abs should feel engaged already. Pull those suckers in, ribs down. If your head's forward, bring it back. And then let's open those arms into a T position. So it's almost like our roll down. Lower those hands, come up just about an inch. Hinge back, open those arms, bring it up. So moving on the exhale, pausing at the top and the bottom with an inhale. And then next time you go back, let's stay back. Arms extend, flip them cactus. Try a V, try over your head and hold this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll up for a moment, extend that spine, and then go right back where you were. So again, hinged back, but this time we're gonna walk even a little bit further so that our head is gently off the ball, but we're gonna support it with our fingers. And then this is our negative to neutral. So negative means head stays Chin stays in that same alignment, head drops back, ribs are gonna pop, but then I'm gonna exhale, press the ribs into the ball to lift my head. Inhale up and over, exhale to close. You'll notice I'm trying to keep my elbows nice and wide. I'm not using my hands to lift my head up. All the work comes from those abs. And then if you want to add a little challenge, when you go back, twist towards me. When you come up, twist to the back of the room. Come down, twist to me, come up to the back of the room. Don't pull on that head though. You'll be tempted to cross that elbow across your body. Do your best not to do that. And then let's reverse that. When you come up, you're going to face me. When you go back, you're going to face away. Rotate toward me as you lift and away as you go over. 2 more like that. Beautiful. And then this last one, we're going to go ahead and roll all the way out so that our head is supported on the ball, but our hips are now completely off. So arms out in a T position. This is option 1. If this feels unstable, legs go wide. If you want a big challenge, you walk your ankles and knees to touch, but keep the hips lifted. And then if you want to try a single leg, you're going to come back to neutral. Try and lift a heel, lift a heel. Try and lift a foot, alternating, lift a foot. If you can lift a foot, lift a knee. If you can lift a knee, go tabletop. If you can go tabletop, straight leg up. And then finally, if you can go straight leg, you're going to try and draw a circle on the ceiling. So you're going to play with that for a couple of moments, please. That should definitely leave some booty work. And then just roll yourself up. And then, as mentioned before, we're going to try that little balance where we lift our feet off the ground. And just try and hang out on the ball. If you are successful at that, then you'll try feet off the ball with that same pelvic movement that we did before. If you're successful with that, you can try side to side. And finally, if you're successful with all of that, you can circle. Lots of options, but again, it's just kind of playtime. So working those little muscles that figure out where you are in space. And then relax. All right, I think we can leave that mat folded up, but we're going to come down with the ball off of the mat for now, and you're going to be on the mat. So have enough of your mat so that you feel supported. And then when you lie down, just hold on to that ball right above you. And once again, you can give it a little squeeze so you feel your triceps working a bit. Deep breath in, exhale, lift the ball towards the ceiling. So you lift up, and then inhale, arms go up overhead. Back to center, exhale down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, arms go overhead. Exhale, bring it down. If you want to add a little entertainment, I think I might break a table here. Arm can go overhead, bounce the ball, catch the ball, and then come up. So arms help you lift up. Then they go overhead, holding onto the ball. If you want, you add a little bounce and then come back. Don't have to. That's just, as I mentioned, kind of entertainment. And then come down. We'll take a quick little break. And then we're going to stack those legs in tabletop, knees directly over your hips. Deep breath in. Exhale, grab the ball, head, neck, and shoulders lift just as they did a moment ago. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, legs go out, also for double leg stretch. And then tap the knees and inhale, stretch and reach. You can do this with your head down the whole time. If you want to add a little variation, then you come up, open your legs, grab the ball with your legs, but do your best to do that by lifting up to your knees, not bringing your knees into you. That's the challenge. And then the final challenge is to keep the legs tabletop, come all the way up, roll the ball to your ankles, knees, and then back down and extend. So a couple different options there. Last one, you're just gonna hold it, reaching, whether your head is up or down, doesn't matter, legs straight, arms straight, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, relax. We're gonna take that ball now between our thighs. So you may, if you have kind of slippery clothing on, you may have to kind of press that ball down. And then I want you to squeeze it with all your might. Hold 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. We'll do that again. Squeeze the ball, hold 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then relax last time. Squeeze and hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to continue that, but we'll move the ball a little bit lower, a little more comfortably to the shins. Arms out, palms up. Press the back of the head gently into the ground. Shoulders press, elbows press, knuckles press. Pull the belly button in, squeeze the ball as you lower that ball away from you, toe touch. Exhale, keep squeezing, come back up nice and slowly. Take a break. Inhale, lower those legs away, squeezing the ball. Exhale, lift up, squeezing the ball. And you're just going to keep that going, toe touch exercise. And then grab that ball, hold the ball up, bring your right knee to the right, left knee drops open. We'll hip flexor and inner thigh stretch. You can set the ball on that left leg and give it a gentle press down to increase that stretch. You can press that right leg open. You can play with the angle to see if you can get a little more inner thigh on the right leg. And then bring all that back up through center. Drop the right knee in, left leg opens. You can set the ball on that right thigh and give it a gentle press. You can play with that angle of the left leg to get a little more inner thigh. And then we come back up, and now you can stick with another round of toe touch, or you can go long lever, extend those legs up, and then palms out, back of the head gently presses, double leg lower. And then finally, if you want to add on, double leg lower, go left, come overhead, go right, double leg lower, go right, inhale up and over, exhale, finish your circle, and then start to the left, inhaling up and over, exhale, finish your circle, go to the right, inhale up and over, exhale, bring it down. So that's your next option. And then just let the ball sit on the ground for a minute, take a little break, get some movement through your ankles while you're here. And then roll the ball in, grab it, and you're going to put it on top of your shins and try to roll like a ball without kicking your ball. Couple of these. And then sit up, bring the ball in front of you, scoot your booty back, pull those glutes out from under you. You can keep a bend in your knee or be straight. Press down on the ball to grow tall through your spine, as tall as you can. The ball will help you. And then if you have that flexibility, give it a little hinge forward, but not dropping and rounding. Stay tall by pressing into the ball and hinge. Press down and hinge, press down and hinge. And relax. Grab that ball once again, ankles, knees touching, hinge it back for your roll down. We're going to do a little rotation back up through center, exhale to the back of the room, back up through center. Last two. And then finally, we're going to, you can either double up or triple up or quadruple up that mat, move it to one side of your room, and then come up onto your knees with the ball on the floor. We're going to go into that little tiny ball where our elbows are almost touching our thighs. Our forearms are squished against our biceps and our head is down too. So we're in a little tiny, low, tiny ball. Then you're going to roll forward, lift all 10 toes up in the air. So you're only on your knees. And then you roll forward even more so that you can roll into the fronts of your thighs, pull your belly button in, stretch your arms out. There's your plank. Exhale, pull the belly button in. There's your pike. So toes stay in the air. You're not rolling on your kneecaps. You're basically staying on the fronts of the thighs. When you go forward, your body doesn't drop, right? So keep those abs pulled in, keep that tailbone pulled under. And then go ahead and pull that ball all the way back under your belly. Woo! And we get to relax in what I call the flop. But not for long. From that flopped position, bring your toes outside of your mat. So a wide stance, and then straighten out your legs. That ball's going to move a little lower onto your body, so probably under your hip. And then you can press up into an extension using your hands to get there. Or to use your back a little more, just do fingertips. Or if you want to make it purely low back muscles, hands by your side. And then we're going to bring our hands out in front, roll that ball so that it comes underneath the hips so you're piked up, you're an inverted V, and let's bring the feet together and lift the legs together, getting that nice extension. And then put the toes down, give yourself some security, see if you can lift your right arm, see if you can lift your left arm. Keep your hands down, lift your right leg, lift your left leg. You know what's coming. Try right leg, left arm. Try right arm, left leg. To bird dog here. All right, and then feet together. Walk your hands out again. Roll up until the ball is under your hips and your hands are only about an inch apart from the thumbs. And you have about a foot from the back of your hand to the ball so that you can bend the elbows backwards and do a Pilates push-up. Your legs come up as your head goes down, equal amounts. So one goes down, the other comes up. You should really feel this in your triceps. If you want more challenge, your hands go a little further ahead. More weight over your hands, more challenge. All right, and now Bring it up and you are in a beautiful high plank. Notice if your feet are floppy, lift them up, tighten those thighs, press the floor away. Stay there or walk the hands forward, drag the ball underneath your thighs. Press the floor away, use your shoulder muscles, back of the neck is long, head in line, feet are lifted, thighs are engaged. If you want a little more, walk your hands out again, drag that ball underneath your shins, press that floor away. I don't think I have space to go all the way today, but you can bring it all the way till you're the ball is under your ankles. You're really pressing that floor away. You're in probably the most parallel position we can get for our plank, so it really should be pretty challenging. And when you're ready, however you want to get there, you can back it up and flop again. All right, and now we're going to go back to where we were a moment ago, feet back on the mat, arms. A minute ago, we did that bird dog, right? Opposite arm, opposite leg. You can try that, or you can play that game of, can I get all four limbs off the ball and hold? Superman. And relax. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then all we're going to do, we're going to keep that mat folded up so that we can have our body on the mat, but the ball off on the floor. And then once again, we'll go to that comfy position. Nice and relaxed. Deep breath in, exhale, lift those hips up. And then I'm going to drag that ball in using my hamstrings, but also using my glutes. Now I've got my ankles and knees touching, which is going to be a little more challenging. If you need a little more stability, widen your feet. You can continue like this, or you could lift a leg up and do a hamstring curl. And then we're going to come down. So that's preview for things to come. Deep breath in. Exhale, this time, we're just going to hold the bridge. That's option 1. Option 2, hold the bridge, but lift and lower one leg 3 times. And then come down, keep your hips lifted. This is bridge 1. If you want bridge 2, there's your hamstring curl, so your feet are on the face of the ball. And again, you can simply stay here, hold the bridge, or you could lift and lower one leg 3 times. And of course, the other leg the same. And you can stay there, or final option, drag that ball so only your heels are into the ball and you're holding that bridge. Or again, I'm not going to do this one. You can lift and lower one leg 3 times. 3, 2, and 1. 3, and 2, and 1. Woo, we all get to come down. Goodness gracious. Stretch those legs out for a moment, and now we do that hamstring glute killer. So we're going to lift back up from that first position, and once again, we're going to drag the ball in and out, knees together. You're going to feel that a little more. And you can, if you want to, go to single leg. If you choose to go to single leg, do 5 on each side. So I'll count that down. 5, 4. Last one, switch legs if you're doing singles. 3 more. And 1. Ow. Woo, hamstring love. We would stretch those, but we have one last thing to do. So we'll do that, and then we'll stretch those hamstrings. So bring that ball in, knees are bent. lift those hips up, so you're in that high position, and then you're gonna lower the hips, you can come all the way down to halfway, lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, 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 lift halfway. 2 more. And relax, ouch, ouch, ouch. Woo, ball goes under the left leg, which rolls to the left. Grab behind your right hamstring and hold it in. Goodness gracious, hopefully feeling a stretch starting here. Give some really gentle movements. Then roll that ball back to center, left leg comes with it. Put the right foot on the ball and then cross that right knee up over so you're getting that outer hip stretch. And then flip it open like a figure 4 and drag the left heel in. The more that left knee comes in, the more you'll feel that right outer hip. All right, uncross that right leg. Hopefully it feels better. Move that to the right, hug that left knee in. Just hold for a moment. Give it a chance to relax. And then bring that right leg back to center. Left foot goes on the ball. Pull that left knee up and over to the right. And then finally pivot open, drag that right heel in. Ooh, outer hip stretch big time. And relax. All right. All you're going to do is mosey over to your side to press yourself up. And then we're going to do a little bit of sideways work. So that mat is underneath your knees and the ball is to your right. Lean the right hip against the ball. Left leg goes in front, right leg behind, straighten them out, and you're on the ball. So you have a couple options. I can use my bottom hand to help me lift up in a little oblique movement, or I could put that bottom hand on my shoulder. Range of motion might be a little smaller. If I want a little more, that top arm comes up and that bottom arm comes out. So now we're in sort of a T position. Two more. Last one, hold it up, lift that bottom arm, lower that top arm, hold 4, 3, 2, 1, woo. And then roll that ball underneath you so it comes underneath your right rib cage. Left arm can relax, hopefully getting a stretch in that area we just worked. And then we'll come up and do the same thing, other side. So the ball is going to come over to your left. Knees are on that mat. Hips rest on the ball. Right leg in front, left leg behind. And again, I can use that bottom hand to help me get this movement, or I can put it on my shoulder. Adding on, I can lift my top arm. I can stretch out my bottom arm so I'm in a T. Two more. And then I'm going to lift up. I'm going to take my bottom arm out. I'm going to take my top arm down. Stretch, reach, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that down. Right. And then once again, ball is coming over to the right. But this time, my legs are going to be stacked, so I can actually put my right hand on the ground. And then once you're there, you want to feel nice and stable. And then that top leg lifts. Tiny circles. And go the other way. Bigger circles. And go the other way. And then finally, the biggest circles you can make. And reverse. And then cross that leg in front. Give a little teeny stretch here. And we're going to the other side. So ball is on that, underneath that left hip. Left hand is down for support, legs are stacked. Abs in, top leg lifts to hip height, tiny circles. Other way. Bigger circles. Other way. And then biggest circles you can make. And other way. Oi. And leg comes in front. Woo. All right, beautiful stretch here. You're gonna come into a little ball once again, and your head can just rest on the ball. You could bring your arms out, that's the beginning. If you want more, roll up so the ball supports your head. If you want even more, you could go up and over the ball, getting a huge arch. You can let your head dangle. I'm not gonna go all that way over, but whatever would feel good. But mostly you're getting a beautiful stretch across the chest. So let's work that by rotating thumbs up and then palms down. Thumbs up, palms up. How far can you go? Pinky towards the sky. And then palms up, thumbs up, knuckles up, palms down, thumbs up, palms up, pinkies up, hold there, and then however you can, walk your way back so you end up on top of that ball, please. Barely on screen now. Okay. So sitting nice and easy, woo, ish, on top of that ball, you can give yourself a little gentle bounce. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching on the ball here. So stabilize yourself with your hands, press up out of that ball. Let's cross that left ankle over the right thigh and let it drop open. If you need more stretch, push the ball behind you. With a tall spine, press into the ball and hinge forward. So ball goes back. And then you can cross that left leg all the way over the right. You can stay there. You could give it a little tug. If you want, you could give it a little tug and give yourself a little rotation. And then back through center, uncross. Now we'll take right over left. And again, you want to press into the ball to grow tall. That might be enough. If you want more, push the hips back, roll the ball backwards, press the chest forward. Bring that up, leg comes across. If that's enough, stay there. You want to, give it a little tug. You want more, give it a little rotation. Back through center, stabilize, and we'll do our little posting. So you can bounce on the ball, but make sure that doesn't translate to your upper body. So you're not blah, blah, blah. You're lifting, lifting, lifting. You may feel a little squeeze of your glutes and your quads as you do this little lift. And in a minute, we'll get more aggressive. We'll make it a bigger bounce and we'll count down from 4. When we get to 1, we'll stand up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, that's big ball day. Thank you guys.